Pixar has had a phenomenal success at hitting them out of the park. And I didn't think that 2 could be as good as 1 because one was so complete. 2 broadened it up a little bit. 3 drilled it. And then when Andy said goodbye, and the last shot is us on the porch, which if I recall, that was the last shot of the movie, supposed to be. But again, my memory is that the little girls, Bonnie, saw us. You go, wait a minute, she could probably take care of us. And you're thinking to yourself in preliminary look at it, hey, why not? And then they came up with 4, and it changed many times. The story changed. I only got snippets of it. And of course, is Buzz got a bigger part besides just always watching Woody's back? Woody, look out! Look out, Woody! It seemed to me for a while that's what I was saying, and it's the story they came up with, but in a different variation. And I said, yeah, it was any chance to do. I love these characters. I love playing Buzz. So yeah, I said I was all in. That was a long way to go to say Toy Story 4. Yes. From my point of view, you find Woody's expanded sense of, is it possible to say, his expanded sense of real, and Buzz's limitations. In a very funny way, Buzz doesn't have a consciousness, which is probably one of the biggest laughs to me to do it. And of course, I don't get to do this with my buddy Tom, but he's having a crisis of confidence, and he wonders to himself, and he says, I'm just having this, I can't get the line right, I don't remember, but he said, I just wondered to myself, and this voice keeps telling me that I should go after Bonnie or something, and I lean in and go, who do you think it is? And it's so Buzz. And he goes, my inner voice. Yeah, I get it. Who is it? Like I can't even fathom another voice in me talking. And Buzz is so linear and so who I wish I was. He was so duty oriented. He's engaged only in one thing, and he finds an inner voice. But it's plastic, and it works for Buzz. I'm nothing without Woody, because he really gave me my personality, because it was what I see no sign of intelligent life anywhere. Hello, ha! That's the beginning of it. My sense of being was created by looking at that cowboy, and I get to bounce off of him. In a weird way, Buzz now has to stand on his own 2 feet, and he does. He is who he is, which is great. And Woody also has to expand who he is, which he's a remarkable character, because he's constantly thinking about how it affects other toys, which is a metaphor to me of a person who's constantly concerned about other people. His matter-of-factness reminds me a little bit of Buzz, because he's innocent. So innocent, but he's got a personality tick that he thinks he's trash, because he's literally made of trash out of a wastebasket. So that's where he constantly wants to return to. And his point of view is so fresh for this, because he's a throwaway. None of us were throwaway. We were all bought. We're bought boxes, went to a store. However, our creation was, his creation was, a little girl made him. So it makes him very special to humans, not so special to himself. And certainly we're open to it. It's a toy. She loves him. He's accepting it. But it opens up a great world of unacceptable things and throwaway items and throwaway toys, but there's still a value. It's a tremendously illuminating plot. I just love where they're going with this. Well, now Duke Gaboom was kind of an emotional problem for me, because when I first heard him, if you got him a little larger, he's kind of Buzz-like. And I told them that, and I told Keanu the same thing, and he thought the same thing. He's going, it's got to be a bit kind of bravado like Buzz. And I said, so he made some adjustments, but he was so kind that he said, I don't want to get into the Buzz world. I says, no, I don't want to be walking through town in the John Wick world, or Neo, for the love of God. So he made some adjustments. I read the first draft, and that was good. And then there was a working animation that was almost like, I think, better than Toy Story 1. I mean, the technology, overall, this thing is so beautifully shot. It's so rich. It's almost startling. the hair on the kid's head, and it was amazing looking at the Bonnie's eyes. It was a lot of it was amazing.
Hey guys, one of the most legendary behind-the-scene moments comes courtesy of Pixar. In 1994, at a lunch meeting, four of Pixar's key creative heads, John Lasseter, Andrew Stanton, Pete Docter and Joe Ranft, came together to map out what to do after their first full-length animated film, Toy Story, hit theatres. In one sitting, the four Pixar creatives brainstormed ideas and characters that would eventually make it into A Bug's Life, Monsters Inc., Finding Nemo and Wall-E. Now remember to click here below to subscribe, or over here for more great content.